do not know, I'm about to be a second-year student at the US School of Nursing in Montego Bay. I appreciate the comments and the likes from my previous video. Thank you so much. And the few guys who subscribed, I really appreciate you. So I do hope that you find this video useful, and you guys, you can still continue to ask any questions that you have. Continue to comment, like, and share. If there's anything that you would want me to speak on or anything that you'd like to see in the next video, please let me know and I'll try my best to deliver. And with the usual disclaimer, I am not a YouTuber. This is the first time for me doing this, so if the video kind of look amateurish, you know, please stay with me. All right, but I find that because I was trying to do some research to see what I can talk about next. I know what I'm going to do for my next video, but I really wanted to wait until my package arrives, because for the next video I'm thinking about just showing the stuff that I had to get prior to starting second year. Didn't start yet, but of course that's when you have to get your supplies. That's when the uniform comes out and all these things. So I wanted to sort of document that. But in this session, it's going to be sort of an extension to what I spoke about in the previous video, because I realized that some persons had some questions and there is still a little bit of confusion where certain things are concerned. Because for those who know and those who don't know, there is a mandatory course in your first year. It's the critical reading and writing course. We just call it crit, and everybody basically has to do that. Now, what most people may not know, or I guess if you've already done your interview based on the grades that you provide, you would have been advised for the critical reading. It's critical reading and writing in science and technology and medical sciences. That is what the course is called, and you basically have to do it. Like, it is mandatory and it has to be done before you move on to your second year. So for those persons coming in, if you don't have a grade 1 in CXC, or if you don't have a 1 or 2 in CAPE, Communication Studies, then you're going to be required to sit the English Language Proficiency Test. I have a grade 2 in CSEC English A, so I had to do it. And what I can tell you guys is that I'm not going to say it's easy, but if you are familiar with English A, CSEC, like, it is not that hard. I know I did CSEC a little while back, but it is not that hard. And once you do that and you receive a passing grade, you'll have the option to sign up for the crit course, right? So you can do that in the first semester. If it is not done in the first semester, or if for any reason maybe you didn't pass your English Language Proficiency Test, or what we call the ELPT, then you can do it again, and you can do that in your second semester of your first year, right? But what you can do, like, it's not a must that you do crit in the first semester, because they have other foundation courses that you can do instead. So you can do either law and governance, or you can do Caribbean studies instead. I believe it's an either or, but either way, it's just a must that it's completed prior to moving to your second semester. Now, the big question is, what would happen if you don't pass your ELPT in the second semester of your first year? And it simply means, let me not say simply because I'm not trying to, you know, Let me choose my words wisely. So if it's a case where you do not pass the ELPT to get to do crit in the second semester, the school stipulates that you would have to do a more extended version, if I may use such a term. You may have to do a more extended version of the same course. However, it spans over 2 semesters, so it would sort of be like a complete year. And that would also mean that you would not progress to year 2 with, you know, your current group or your current class, because that course has to be completed in order for you to move on. So I hope that is clear, because I realize that in some questions that are asked, most persons aren't quite clear on that. And I can tell you personally that I've seen instances where that criterion wasn't met, and of course it wouldn't have allowed persons to progress, and you know, it caused a whole mental breakdown type of situation, if I could describe it as that. So I knew that I had to take the ELPT. When I did my interview, I was advised, because again, I got a grade 2 in CSEC English A, so I was advised, but I don't recall it being mentioned in my interview that it would have been you would have had sort of like that ripple effect where yes, you needed to do a course, but then without this course you would not be able to progress to your second year. It is good that you get to do it in your second semester, and I think there is a possibility of you doing it in the summer prior to your second year, in the event that, you know, you didn't get a passing grade in your first semester or your second semester. I think there may be an opportunity for you to do it in the summer. I'm not quite sure what that is based on. It could be based on the numbers, but from my understanding, persons who didn't get it in the second semester may have to do the extended version, which is a year long, and it means that you would not be able to continue to second year. That pretty much wasn't clear for me in my interview, and again, I do not recall it being mentioned, but I'm not one of those who were affected by it, to be honest. I did the ELPT and I passed, and I completed that course in the first semester. So yeah, I hope it is clear. If it is not, you guys can ask questions, because when I found out, and when some people found out, like, it was kind of, you know, like a roller coaster type of thing, because okay, I have to pay for it. If I don't get it in the first year, then I have to do this extended version that is for 1 year. So it's like making your university journey 5 years instead of 4. You understand? So yeah, I think that's really good for you to know. The course itself, that is for the mandatory course. Our lecturer, she was amazing. She was awesome. You have to be following the entire course. Like, you have to follow it from start to finish, and you work in your groups, you work individually, and the entire thing is based on scientific research. Like, we just did a scientific research paper. It was fun, and I'm not going to make this one long because I'm on break. I'm actually working now, and this is my 15 minutes break. But I cannot say this enough. When you start, you are going to need friends. Please remember that once you go out there in the real world, you work in teams, you work in group, you have to work alongside people. So, you know, and you're going to need them in school. Trust me, we lean on each other so much on these when you feel like you're having a mental breakdown, even like when you're at home, even though we were all online um, learning last year or last semester. When you're having a mental breakdown, it feels like this is the only group of people who can understand that you can really talk to, and it just makes things better. And it's going to be a lot of group work, believe me. But if you're like me, you get along with everybody. You learn to understand people's personality. You're not all the same. That is the truth. You just have to understand people's personality and go into this thing with an open mind. And you know that is all I basically have to say in this segment. Like I said, for the next segment, I ordered some stuff online. I'm waiting for them to be delivered, and once they do, the intention was to do a video on that, like the stuff that I got or the stuff that you're going to need as you move along. So that is all for now. I think I'm out of my 15 minutes. So I'm going to see you guys next time. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.